Today in history. Today, it's August 7th, and we're going to continue with our journey to the past.
We are. We have two events to share with our listeners today, and we will get to them in just a moment. But first, here is our quiz question. Most department stores and tall buildings feature this type of door as their main gate. Is it number one, a retro door, or number two, a revolving door? Okay, the question again. Most department stores and tall buildings feature this type of door as their main gate. Number one, the retro door, or number two, a revolving door. If you know the answer, then please put it on our Bundy board or text in on your cell phone, pounder sharp 1045. That will cost you 51. You could win an usan.
네. Okay, so it's time for us to move on to check out what interesting and significant events have happened on this day in the past.
Today in history. In 1876, dancer Mata Hari was born, and in 1888, the revolving door was patented.
1876년 8월 7일. 자, 이날은 댄서인 마타 하리가 태어난 날이고요. 또 1888년 8월 7일은 이 회전문, 돌아가는 문 있죠? 이 회전문이 특허를 받은 날이기도 합니다.
Pretty cool. Today, though, we start with the birth of a woman who went down in history as the archetype of the modern concept of femme fatale.
네, 그렇죠. femme fatale, 우리 흔히 말하는. And she was a Dutch dancer, Margaretha Geertruida, or Marguerite Zell MacLeod. Better known,
yeah.
MacLeod, all right. And better known by her stage name, Mata Hari, and she was born on this day in 1876.
Now, she was a contemporary of the world-renowned dancers such as Isadora Duncan, and she earned her fame at the turn of the century through dances inspired by Asian and Egyptian cultures.
Oh. So look at the outfits she's wearing
Pretty
in the picture.
extravagant, wow.
아, 그렇죠. 저 지금 보여드리는 그 보이는 라디오에서 이 마타 하리 전설적인 인물 아닙니까? 마타 하리의 사진을 보여드리고 있습니다.
It looks quite heavy, that headpiece.
얼마나 머리가 무겁겠어요. 정말 쩔렁쩔렁. 자,
noisy.
그러니까 아시아와 이집트 문화에서 그 영감을 받은 춤을 아주 잘 춘 그런 댄서로도 아주 유명하지요. But you know what? 마타 하리's mark in the annals right, of history would be her role as a spy during World War I, using her Dutch nationality, which allowed her to cross borders without much problem.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it was this concept of an exotic dancer working as a spy that triggered the imagination of many writers, artists, and directors, with her name and life anecdotes being featured in numerous productions, including, as we just sang the theme song for, the 1967 007 film Casino Royale and the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles.
자, 마타 하리, she's from the Netherlands. She was born in the Netherlands. 네덜란드에서 태어났다고 하는데요. 예, 자, 결국 반역죄로 체포가 되고 또 그랬습니다.
So now we go from a dancer to a door.
Okay.
The world of espionage to the world of innovations, where on this day in 1888, a staple and everyday device was patented by American Theophilus Van Cannel.
Okay, what a challenge we're having today. and serving as the customary gate for countless buildings, shopping malls, convention centers, and more, it is none other than the 회전문 revolving door.
Now, comprised of 3 or 4 panels called wings or leaves, the revolving door was conceived as a means to allow large numbers of people to transit in a short amount of time, as opposed to one person or 2 people going through a door at once.
아, 그러니까 이제 회전문이 돌아가는데 그 이제 칸칸이 나누어져 있는 그 디바이드를 해주는 저 판 하나를 가리켜서 leave라고 한다든지 그 또 뭐라고 했죠? 아까 panel wings 이렇게 말하게 되는군요. Okay, well, another interesting name comprising this device is the governor, who controls the speed at which the wings move.
But the true efficacy of the revolving door came with the advent of skyscrapers everywhere, as it was the perfect means to airlock a tall building and prevent it from sucking in air at high speed at the base during heating, and conversely, ejecting air too fast during cooling.
Sounds very scientific.
It's almost like a like a submarine in that sense, isn't
Right.
it? Yeah.
So it has its own sort of scientific reasons to make it that way.
Yeah. So it started out with just the reason of getting more people through a
Right.
door, but it turns out it has a better reason for it.
그렇습니다. And revolving doors also have a pattern in terms of direction. Well, in right-hand traffic countries, they revolve counterclockwise. Well, did you know about this? I had no idea. Meaning that people can only enter and exit on the right side of the door. That's more like that's what happens in right-hand traffic countries. While in countries that driving is done on the left, 그러니까 차들이 왼쪽으로 다니는 그런 나라에서는 the doors generally revolve clockwise.
I did not know that.
그 왼쪽으로 통행하는 나라에서는 시계 방향으로 이제 이 문이 돌아가게 된다는 거거든요.
The only other side of the road country that I've been to is Japan. And I didn't pay attention to a revolving door. I don't even know if I went through a revolving door while there.
그런 타워 빌딩을 가본 기억이 일본에서 별로 없어가지고
Yeah.
revolving door. 근데 일본이나 뭐 even some countries in Europe.
Oh, sure. And Australia, yeah.
그렇죠, 그렇죠.
Yeah.
네. But these days they're like, what is it? You don't have to really push the door or push the wings. 그죠?
Yeah,
And
it does it itself.
automatically.
It's motorized. Yeah,
근데 오히려 그걸
exactly.
밀겠다고 했다가는 the door stops. 저 한번 다칠 뻔했잖아요. 뒤에 오시는 분이 이걸 민 거예요. 답답하게 좀 천천히 돌아가니까 the door was moving really slowly. So whoever who was standing like next to me or behind me, she or he was pushing the lever.
Yeah.
to make it like go faster.
Did it work?
No, actually it stopped the whole door. 그래서 좀 부딪혀 뻔했다니까요.
How long were you in there?
About 5 seconds, I think.
Oh,
5
okay,
or 10
that's
seconds.
not so
Not
bad.
too bad.
Yeah, right. Am I right? Do they drive on the other side in Australia? Am I right? I've never been there.
저는 하도 옛날에 가봐서 잘 모르겠는데.
Yeah, I don't know. If I'm wrong, can someone correct me, please? Anyway, the answer to the quiz question before we wrap it up. The question was, most department stores and tall buildings feature this type of door as their main gate. And the answer is number 2, the revolving door.
네, 회전문을 가리켜서 revolving door라고 한대요.
Okie doke, and that's it for today in history. And when we come back from this break, Daniel joins us in the studio for Cine Premieres. And this next song is from Carly Simon, and it's also the theme song from the 1977 movie The Spy Who Loved Me, another James Bond film, right? Nobody does it better.